Welcome back, folks. As you can see, it is Halloween season around us, the frightening time of year where the normies all watch horror like us hardcore fans do all year, and that's all right. We want to know, what are you guys watching? What do you think of this movie? You know, VHS Halloween just came out. We watched and reviewed that on Tuesday Night Terrorvision. You can catch the playback with myself, J-Man, and Nick Bergman, director from Wendigo Pictures. Go check that stream out. Today, though, we're focusing on my personal favorite, Friday the 13th, and more so, the franchise's main character, Jason Voorhees, and all his different looks over the course of the years that he has graced our screens with his murderous presence. So that being said, we have 19 different iterations here to rank. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get right into that. Let's look at our categories first. We have Magnificent Murder, Dressed to Kill, Sliced Down the Middle, I'd Rather Die, and Only a Mother Could Love. So those are the different looks we'll have for Jason here. And just so you know, these are my personal opinions. I encourage you, make your own list. Let me know in the comments below. Rank them if you will. If you don't want to do all of them, just give me your top 3 in the comments. And we'll pin the best comment. And I'll give you a shout out on next Tuesday night's Terrorvision as we inch closer to Halloween. We got watch parties every week. This week, Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. The following week, we're doing Dream Warriors. We got Hellraiser. And we'll wrap it all up on October 30th with Halloween by John Carpenter, the original Halloween, 1978. So, back to Jason Voorhees. Now, his first appearance was in the original Friday the 13th in 1980, portrayed by Ari Lehman. And we can move these around as we go. Ari Lehman, it was a sight gag at the end of the movie. It was a dream sequence. And we find out that, you know, throughout the course of the franchise, this might not have really been Jason, depending on which part of the mythos and the lore that you follow. But let's take Ari Lehman's Jason, and we'll put him... It's hard to, rank this one down. But as it goes, we'll put it in Only a Mother Could Love right now. I don't hate it, but as you see, the look unmasked changes throughout the years, and there's only slight... I mean, it looks similar, but we'll just put him down there in Only a Mother Could Love right now. Let's see here. So that brings us to Friday the 13th, Part 2. And this was, of course, folks, Warrington Gillette started out playing Jason in this, but Steve Daskowitz did the stunts and most of the work as Jason in this. So I'm just kind of giving you guys some fill-in facts here while we talk about this. But Sack Jason, he was dressed to kill. He was dressed to kill. And the special effects for the unmasked version of Part 2, we will put up, we'll put right here and slice down the middle. Don't hate it, but I don't love it, especially given that he looks like he's kind of a ginger. Next, we come up to Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D. I know a lot of people don't like this one. I enjoy it. I really do like this movie a lot. The Friday the 13th fan film I was writing has a huge callback to Higgins Haven in it, but we're not going to be doing that now. So let's bring Richard Brooker up here, the first man to don the mask. He got it from Shelley. Let's go up to, I'm going to put him in Magnificent Murder right now, because it's the iconic first appearance of the hockey mask. So I just have trouble marking that one down. And Richard Brooker, you know, he looked imposing in that, and they had to add bulk to his frame to fill him out, but I really like this look. So let's step over here to the unmasked look of that, and I'm going to put that one in Dressed to Kill. He looked just terrifying. And the initial, when he took the mask off, was frightening as well. He looks so creepy. And I'm not even going to get into the side storyline about him and Chris Higgins. Let's go to number 4, Friday the 13th, part 4, the final chapter. Yeah, this one, Ted White. This is from 1984. And let's bring Ted White up. Now we have 2 from this as well. Ted White is going to go up in, we'll put him up in Dress to Kill. A little more slender. I like how they kept the battle damage on his mask. That looked super cool. Yeah, Ted White, another great job as Jason. A lot of these actors, stuntmen that played Jason, did such a good job with their individual interpretations of how the character, moves, and still staying within the parameters of, I say, established lore. But let's go to Unmasked Jason from Friday the 13th, the final chapter. And we'll put him right here. We'll put him right here and slice down the middle. For now, I'm going to change I should have a separate category for these, but I'm going to put those right there. So we're up to part 5 now, which is Tom Morga playing Jason / Roy Burns, the imitation copycat Jason from this movie, which catches a lot of flack until the end. You operate under the assumption you don't know who Jason is, even though they cued it with the music and the look on Roy's face when Joey died. But let's bring Tom Morga up here, and I'll put him in Slice Down the Middle right now. So we've got Magnificent Murder, Richard Brooker's up there. We've got Daskowitz, and we have One Look from part 3 right here. The Brooker unmasked with the wound to the head, and then we got Ted White from final chapter in Dress to Kill. Slice down the middle, we have the unmasked Warrington Gillette, and then we have unmasked Ted White and Tom Morga from part 5. So this is 2, 4, and 5 on Slice Down the Middle, and Ari Lehman, Only a Mother Could Love, which brings us to CJ Graham / Dan Bradley in Friday the 13th, part 6, Jason Lives, my personal favorite. This goes, and even though it's a day look, which was Dan Bradley in this scene, CJ Graham did such a good job on all the night scenes, which most of that is shot at night. But we're going to bring him right up there to Magnificent Murder. I know a lot of people didn't like Rambo Jason. They didn't like his look in part 6. I found part 6's look to be probably one of my favorites. And I love the fact that he gathers all the weaponry and things. He's using darts and stuff like that. Yeah, it was just really a cool. Part 6 is so meta. Before being meta was even, a thing. Which brings us to the New Blood, Friday the 13th, part 7, and our resident Jason, the guy who will always be the first one to come to your mind when you think Jason Voorhees, Kane Hodder's first performance, which, having met Kane, super nice guy, really fun to talk to. Part 7 has a different look, more decayed, more battle damaged, and I like it. I'm here for it. So let's bring this one to Dress to Kill, and unmasked Jason from this was even more frightening. God, that when his mask broke off, when she squeezed him, you used her mind, the telepathy to squeeze the mask, and it started to ooze. Oh, what a cool scene. Let's go to Jason Takes Manhattan, 1989. This was the first Friday the 13th movie that I saw in a theater. 9 years old, snuck into the theater. He's all wet in this one. I don't know. It just looks weird. God, I don't want to put it in I'd Rather Die, but we won't. We'll put that one in Slice Down the Middle. I'm not set on that yet, but before he turns into a kid in the sewers, I'm going to put that one in. We put that one in I'd Rather Die. Maybe we should switch this here. I'd Rather Die. We'll move Ari Lehman up to I'd Rather Die. And Only a Mother Could Love would be part 8. We're up to Jason Goes to Hell. Still Kane Hodder, 1993. Oh, I don't know why they went with this look. Jason was barely in the movie, just the beginning and the end. The middle, he was a body-hopping space slug or whatever. Hell slug. Only a Mother Could Love. Look at that. It's his head is so lumpy. I don't understand why. Nothing about that movie made sense. It was god-awful. Oh. Speaking of god-awful, we're up to Jason X from 2001. Kane Hodder still playing the role. Let's bring Kane Hodder's Jason to I'd Rather Die. But see, that's the thing. Slice down the middle, and I'd Rather Die. I have to put Jason X's regular Jason up there and bring Manhattan down. That whole Jason Voorhees is soaking wet look. Uber Jason, I don't care. That's Only a Mother Could Love. I did not like that. I didn't like Uber Jason. Not a huge Jason X fan. It's dumb fun, but still, it's more like a Sci-Fi Channel movie than anything else. All right, so we have 3 left to go here, and let's step over to right now, Freddy vs. Jason, 2003. I know a lot of people love this movie. I am not a big fan. I'm not. I don't like New Line Cinema owning Jason Voorhees' character. I think it's terrible. That's the house that Freddy built, and they were never going to handle Jason properly. That being said, Ken Kersinger did a great job in the role. The kills were ferocious. He's a big guy. I'll put him up in Dress to Kill right now. That means we have 2 left, and they are from Friday the 13th, 2009, which I softened on. I do enjoy that movie now. I like it more than I did, and I really gave that movie a hard time from 2009 up until like last year. I watched it 3 times in October of last year, and I'm like, we did an entire episode on was I too tough on this movie when it came out? Have I been too tough on it? And I think, yeah, I was. But I'm such a purist. I'm such a Paramount Friday the 13th guy. The original 8, I don't care how bad Manhattan is. I'll take that over Jason X, Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy vs. Jason, any day of the week. Any day. The 2009 one, though, that one really jumped up the list. So let's rate Baghead Jason. That's Magnificent Murder. That was the most aggressive and terrifying Jason had looked, honestly. Derek Mears did a freaking amazing job as Jason, and he is a very, very large man, which is what you need with Jason. I know we watched that Sweet Revenge, and I'm 6'3" and 215 pounds. I have a athletic to muscular build. I would not be a good Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers, yes. Jason Voorhees, no. Jason Voorhees is a Hulk. After the Part 2 version, always been a bigger character, so I appreciate that. Regular Jason, hockey mask Jason in that, I'm going to put him up there as well. So here we go. Let's look here now. We have up in Magnificent Murder, we've got Brooker from Part 3. We've got CJ Graham / Dan Bradley. This is Dan Bradley, but the outfit stayed the same. From Part 6, we've got Unmasked from Part 7, and we have both iterations from 2009 in Magnificent Murder. Dress to Kill, we have Daskowitz, we have Brooker Unmasked, and we have Ted White, Kane Hodder, and Kersinger. Sliced down the middle, we've got Warrington Gillette from Part 2, White from Part 4, Tom Morga from Part 5, and Kane Hodder from Jason X. I'd Rather Die, Ari Lehman from Part 1, Kane Hodder from Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. And then on the bottom, Only a Mother Could Love, we have Jason Goes to Hell, Kane Hodder. We have Kane Hodder from the end of Jason Takes Manhattan before the toxic waste washed him away in the sewer. And then we have Kane Hodder in Uber Jason form from Jason X. Pete here from Wrestling with Horror. I bet you're wondering, you're wearing a different shirt than you were in the video. What are you doing? We had to do some reshoots because I had a chance to sleep on the list and think about it some more. So let's wrap the video up and I'll give you all my final placements. We're back on the list here, and as you can see, we've got part 3, 6, Unmasked 7, and both 09s up top. 02 masked, 03 or 03, 2 unmasked, 3 unmasked, 4 masked, 7, and Freddy vs. Jason. Then we got Jason X, Friday the 13th part 5, Unmasked 4, Unmasked 2, Young Jason, and Manhattan Jason. Jason Goes to Hell, Jason Takes Manhattan Unmasked, and Uber Jason down at the bottom. I'm going to pull from Magnificent Murder the New Blood and bring him down to slice down the middle. Bring him to slice down the middle. Let's see what else here. I'm going to bring... God, I don't know. Is there any... I'm trying to look here. That's about the only one I really wanted to change. Let's bring Ted White up to the top spot. And out of slice down the middle, we'll take Jason X down to I'd Rather Die. Because he's slightly better than Uber Jason. I think that's it. I think we're good. We go 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. Magnificent Murder, Part 3, Part 6, 2009's both variations, and final chapter. Dressed to Kill, Part 2, Part 3 Unmasked, Part 7 with the mask, and Freddy vs. Jason, that iteration. In Dressed to Kill. Slice down the middle, we've got Unmasked from Part 2, Part 4, Part 7, and then Part 5's Masked Tom Morga, or Roy Burns, the ambulance driver. I'd Rather Die. We have Ari Lehman. We have Manhattan and Jason X, the regular Jason. Only a Mother Could Love. We have Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell. The sparse scenes we had with Jason in that one. Unmasked, Jason Takes Manhattan, and Uber Jason down there at the very bottom. I think that's it. I think that'll do. That's it, folks. That's the video. Let me know what you think. Give me your rankings. Give me your top 3 Jason looks in the comments. If you want to rank every single one of these, make your own tier list. Share it with me on Twitter, or, like I said, do it in the comments below. Absolutely fine. Thank you and welcome to our new subscribers. I hope you have been enjoying our favorite month of the year with all the watch parties, the reviews on Tuesday nights, and the tier list videos. I am having fun making these. Check out the Halloween Resurrection video. We just reviewed that. And also, folks, I'm going to have a new Friday the 13th playlist. Every Friday the 13th review, watch party, news video we've done will be available in one playlist right here on the channel. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to all of our channel members, all of our Patreon subscribers, backers. Patreon.com/WrestlingWithHorror420. I'm Pete from Wrestling with Horror. For everybody here at the channel, happy Halloween month. If we don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away or catch a stray machete to the chest or head. Deuces!